Welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry that last video got cut off abruptly. My doorbell went, so I had to answer it and pick up yet another Amazon parcel that, well, my fiance is certainly contributing to Amazon's Amazon's profits. Let's put it like that. So yeah, we should be wrapping up this battle now in the next few seconds. Hopefully, let's use his ability. Not that it's really necessary at this stage. So they're routing. Good. Okay. So let's claim victory and end this battle. And that was nice and easy, really. And allows us to expand our territory and get a little bit more of a foothold. Let's just occupy it. And it's given us some more faction support, public order, and it's asking us now to upgrade or construct a building. Are these the same commandery? No, they're not. Okay, so that's a bit of a shame. And it is, however, an iron mine, which will give us some industrial income, 170 industrial income. So that's going to be very useful. We can't recruit any units this turn. We can upgrade our settlement, and yeah, so it can hold 300,000 people, and its capacity has been reached. So let's upgrade our settlement, and we can send people on an assignment, but I don't really know our court yet, so let's not do that for the moment. We have a faction heir, Gongswen Zhu. I could be butchering that pronunciation, but that is just the way it is. And okay, so a lot of people are they're not particularly dissatisfied by the look of it. The faces are in yellow, but they're not overly happy. So let's have a look at our fellow general. Only 35, so he desires a higher court position. So let's have a look whether giving him any position. Industrial inspector. Well, no, because he's our general. Income from the peasantry by making him chancellor. No, I don't really want to give him anything. Maybe we'll give him a title, perhaps. What about this chap? Let's have a look. A cautious strategist. Gain supplies. We may want. Is this our wife? Yeah. So Song. I'm wondering actually whether we sort of try and make her an administrator and see whether she can buff our income from. So we don't have the whole commandery, so we can't do anything too exciting just yet. What happens if we make her our chancellor? I've clicked on diplomacy rather than my court. My course here. So chancellor, if we ask Song to become our chancellor, so she doesn't gain any satisfaction, we have to pay her some more. We do get a boost of 10% income to the peasantry, and she's going to be pretty satisfied with that position for a while. We could. Can we ask her to be industrial inspector? No, we cannot. So we've only got one person who can be our industrial inspector, and that's our fellow general, so no, we won't do that for the moment. So I'm going to actually... Let's end the turn here. Let the turn advance, and the question is, do we go north or do we go south? We are towards the north of the map, and so part of me thinks we should go north and just really try and secure kind of this northern part so that we don't have anybody else, we don't have the risk of a two-front war, basically. So this is the same commandery as our capital, so I really do want to try and get this this commandery, and also it has got a trade port, so now I'm really well, I've decided in my own mind exactly what we're going to do now. We must go and get that other Han territory, and can we pick up some units on the way is the question. So firstly, do we add another general? And yeah, we do. So our wife is very happy. She's actually very friendly with our fellow general, and not so with us. Whereas this chap, he actively dislikes Gongsun Zhang. Is there anybody who likes both of them? You know, if we can get a... Yeah, so, and gosh, he's expensive, but we do have that amount of money. It's just these units aren't really what I'm after. Probably a bit too much. So let's stick with those already in our court, and so that the cost is a lot less. And yeah, let's bring our wife into the army and see how we get along. It could be an unwise decision, or they could work brilliantly as a team, and it could be the best thing that we do. Lots of unit options here, so we've got plenty of lance cavalry. Really what I would like is just some frontline infantry, axe infantry, saber, swordsmen. They're all weak against cavalry, unfortunately, so let's have a look at this. Yeah, let's take some of these spearmen on board just to give our front line some more mass, and we'll leave it there this turn. And let's see if we can make that march north in this turn and take the town. Albeit some of our units will be pretty depleted because we've only just recruited them. It is in winter as well, so there might be supply issues. Yeah. What we may do is just close the gap. So I'm hoping that if I keep the movement under 50%, what we can do is we can put our units into a camp, which will help with the military supply issue. Not replenishment, obviously, because we're in foreign territory, but at least next turn we should be in striking distance of the port, and we can upgrade the iron to iron pits. We'll want to be unifying that commandery at some point. So there's no point. I haven't engaged in any diplomacy with the south because I can't imagine we're going to stay friends very long. And yeah, let's advance the turns. So I've got plenty of income. I will check on this next turn as to how many armies we can actually raise, because I think there may have been a limitation on the amount of armies. So although you may have the money to raise them, somebody's died. There we go. Character developments. So looking at our faction, we can currently recruit one army actually. So maybe that is the limitation on sort of the army spam. We'll have to see as we go up the various levels. Okay, so let's pull out of encampment. How are we doing supply wise? So we've got plenty of supplies right now. Can we reach? No, not quite. But I was concerned that there might be an enemy army here already, and they don't seem to have moved south yet. So hopefully we're not too late. I don't really know how I could have gone any faster, to be honest. I'm being pretty aggressive in the hope that we can, as I say, take care of the north, so that we've got our back to a northern wall effectively. Okay, let's have a look at the reforms. Now I do like this one where we get the deployables, but we do have a mine in this campaign, so let's go with shaft mining just to make sure we can exploit those resources as much as possible. And let's end that turn. It does look like he's got a tiny bit of movement left, but obviously not enough. Anyway, we'll deal with that next turn. And I think we're going into autumn now. Not that should really affect us. No, it's the summer actually still, so that's okay. Our economy grows, so yeah, it's just simply because we built a building, and okay, fine. And we're being asked to recruit more units. Okay, I thought I'd already done a pretty good job of expanding the army, but we'll add some more units because the army's not full yet. It hasn't reached capacity, so we've got some capacity for population now in this town. We've got a mail post which gives commerce income, so I'm thinking that we either want some food production or more commerce, and looking at the fact that we've got 0 food at the moment, I'm gonna go down the land development route, hopefully then onto sort of these farming estates. So let's go with that just to get some food income. Our satisfaction is low, so that's because now they've gone from yellow to red. Actually, their little faces are no longer happy. So we could look into giving people some tasks. Obviously, I'm not interested in the candidates. We've got more than enough people right now to keep happy. What will this do? Well, it won't really improve his satisfaction, but it might get rid of the negatives they'll have for not having a purpose and a role. What about industrial inspector? Still only our general, our second general. Okay, well look, let's have a chancellor. And is there any difference between the various people? No, not really. So we'll put our strategist in as a chancellor, and hopefully that will. Oh, we can have 2 chancellors. Apparently, don't think I want 2 chancellors. And yeah, they're suffering from a lack of purpose and general discontent. Let's have a look at whether we can increase his satisfaction. There's this ancillary we can give, +6. Well, that's not going to dramatically change his view. Whereas we have increased the satisfaction of this chap, so let us give him that and hopefully resolve his issues. So if we can have 2 chancellors, maybe this officer. Obviously we've got to spend more money, but yeah. So we'll leave that. See if that resolves some of the satisfaction issues. And hopefully now we can go and secure this trade port. I can't ask for the surrender, unfortunately. So they've got a mixture of archers and infantry. Let's get on with this. Let's wait to see what the port looks like. Maybe like the last one where we had limited ways in. So yeah, we've got the ports. So really, there's well, I think let's come in through the obvious side. We do have greater numbers, and we should try to use that. Right, so these archers do have fire arrows, presumably because they're under our wife, the strategist. Horse archers we'll leave over there for the moment. We'll get these sort of big blocks of infantry together. And our axe units, who are still depleted, but we didn't remain in our own territory very long, allowing them to recruit. Let's keep the heroes back in reserve, and let's bunch our cavalry up over here. And let's start the battle now then. Accidentally selected my horse archers then. I'm sure we'll find a role for them, just not in this initial exchange of missiles. I think the enemy's archer infantry will probably outrange them. I am just completely guessing there, though. I could be wrong. Let's move everybody up, as long as they're outside of the range of the towers. Okay, so we've at least split their forces between these 3 entrances. There may be an opportunity for us to come through here and perhaps get our cavalry involved with these archers. But first of all, let's get our archers to pin. Not our archers as such. We'll have to bring our infantry up to pin their units in place. Let's try and take care of these towers though before we commit the bulk of our infantry. There goes the fire arrows. Let's see, how are the towers? So they're pretty damaged. That one's been taken out. Doesn't take a lot to set the towers, or turrets, alight. Let's try and whittle down their own archers now. Okay, these guys are pulling back, presumably because they haven't got the support of those towers anymore. Let's move up some axemen to deal with them. Generally advance our infantry, ready to get into melee. Yeah, our own archers are suffering. They do have these sort of big blocks of archers which are Gonna cause us some concern, and so let's see whether we can take one out with a cavalry charge. So the countryside has been set alight. We are suffering heavy casualties, and indeed one of our archer units has broken. And let's keep advancing the infantry. Move up our heroes. So are we doing much damage? There's some fallen archers, but I feel like they're getting the better of it. Let's get through there and take out those archers.
Our men flee the battlefield.
Very much getting the better of it.
All now. Prepare. To attention, spearmen.
Okay, so we've at least got our cavalry involved with one unit of archers, and they should be suffering. And yeah, indeed they've. Okay, great. We've broken them, got them out of the way. Come on, guys. Let's speed things up. I can't imagine they're going to allow me to get into infantry melee with their archers. Let's pull back the cavalry, as I don't really want them getting caught up in the brawl in the streets right now. Yeah, so we may have an opportunity here. Let us send plenty of cavalry around the flanks. Let's take these towers just to stop them from slowly whittling away our own troops. Move up more spears into the town. So they seem to be in quite a bit of disarray here, which suits me obviously. Let's take these towers. Now then, we've got our axe infantry engaging these swordsmen, and I think once I've taken these towers, we may be able to whip our cavalry around. Can we take out those archers? Don't want my horse archers on skirmish mode. Just stay where you are. So yeah, we've managed to rout another unit.
What cowards!
And this should be a nasty surprise. And I'm kind of half tempted to... Well, first of all I need to stop my own archers now, they're probably doing more damage to our own men, and send the wife in. Good, so we've routed these. There we go. Good. So Gonswang Zan can come in and hit this sword-armed unit. Let's trigger his ability. The wife can come in from the other side and kind of achieve the cooperation I was hoping for. Ooh. So they should have broken by now. Great. And is that is the victory? So that went fairly smoothly, other than the horrific casualties we took over here with our archers. I think maybe they had better archers. Yeah, so they had these guys. I should have looked before the battle really, whereas our archers were I don't know, maybe misrepresenting that. Perhaps we just took heavy casualties because they had
Fix your mind and never waver.
They had a better position. Perhaps we were advancing towards them, so we started shooting later. Let's just occupy that as well.
Settlement. We'll take it.
And that should at least allow us to recruit some units, start replenishing the ranks. And so we've got... So have we got the whole commandery now? I believe we do. Yeah, great. And that trade port gives us some commerce income. So we've secured the commandery, gained a rank. So let's see what we can add. So authority, I'm thinking, might be useful just to buff the satisfaction of people. More morale when in enemy territory, more charge bonus. That is very tempting, but let's go with boosting his authority. So at the moment, there's +5 satisfaction. Let's apply this, and now it is +6 satisfaction. So not revolutionary, but hopefully it will help with other stacking bonuses. And can we now appoint? We can appoint an administrator. Yeah. Again, our general's already involved. So we could appoint a military inspector, and that would give more public order, slightly reduced construction, and probably would really cheer this chap up. So let's go with that. He may not be the best guy for the job, but we are having to balance the politics with the efficacy of the appointment. Let us fill out these ranks now. So yeah, obviously we weren't overly impressed with the performance of the archers in that last battle. It does have these white horse fellows. Yeah. So we should have fairly. Let's go for some crossbows and a ballista, and then his bonus really is in this cavalry. So we've already got this halberd lance cavalry, white horse raiders. So let's go with another unit of horse archers, and I think we could do with some more sort of assault infantry. Now then, Gongsung Du, let's have a look at you. So
Glad to see you.
he has a non-aggression pact with us, and is generally friendly with us. Okay, so what about Li Yu? Okay, so Li Yu hates us. So I was hoping actually to push north, secure the north, and then have our northern border totally secure. We'd only then have to worry about pushing southwards into the heart of China. But I think if we've got a good relationship with Gongsung Du, maybe that is sufficient.
Well met, friend.
Can we trade? We could get a trade treaty that will boost our income. Not that I particularly think we need lots more income right now, but it will. It'll boost our relationships as well. So maybe that's what we'll do. Actually, is we will we'll secure our northern border diplomatically. Maybe even form a coalition or something like that later on, or grow to the point where we can just take him out if we have to. And yeah, so we're yeah, okay, so missions to do, missions completed. Anything else to do this turn? I don't think so. Let's end the turn, and then this next coming turn now we'll start to bring the army south, provided there's not any significant public order issues that we have to deal with, and look to expand then either at the Oh, so our mission actually now is to destroy Li Yu, and that will give us some bonuses. Oh, and so I can either attack Li Yu, that might be seen as an act of treachery, and he's our former master, according to this, or I can attack Han Fu. I'm going to bide my time actually because I'm just thinking that there is some Han Empire territory here. I've got a trader that could be useful, and buildings built. Right. So what we will leave that we'll leave the video here and pick it up in the next one. See you next time.